Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Dave coming to you from the backyard here in Wyoming. It's about 1 o'clock Saturday afternoon. It's 31 degrees outside. We had a snowstorm. It snowed all night long and most of this morning. And so you're looking at my pond back there. And but the sun has come out. It's starting to warm up a little bit. I'm going to show you some of the snowstorm. I'm going to show you I took Sasha out, and she was snow dogging it a little bit. She had fun with that. And she's out here right now walking around on the pond, so I don't know if I can show it to you or not. She's way over there. But anyway, I've got a little video of her walking on the frozen pond, so I'm going to show you those things right now. Well, it snowed pretty much all night. Winter's getting serious. You can see the moon sticking through the clouds. Still snowing lightly. The sun's hitting the ridge on the far side. It looks kind of cool. I think we're gonna start breaking up now. Looks like we're getting some blue in the sky. Pond dog. She's actually running around on the pond. That's pretty funny. Literally out in the middle of the pond. So I haven't done a video in the last couple of days just because I've been doing boring homeowner stuff, getting ready because we leave. We're only here one more day after today. So today's Saturday. We're going to be here tomorrow, and then we leave 5 a.m. Monday morning. So we got to make sure the house and property is really ready because while we're gone, we'll come back probably we'll be back like the 18th or 19th of January. So we'll be gone 2 months. And during those 2 months, real winter will kick in. And by the time I get back here, we'll have 3 or 4 feet of snow on the ground. So I've got to be ready for that before I leave on Monday. Those boring stuff like make sure the hot tub's fully maintained and getting a heavy duty tarp over my outdoor furniture over there on the old hot tub location, and just packing up stuff that I want to go home from here, and just make sure the house is clean and trash is out. Just all the boring, hairy homeowner stuff that I know you all have to do too. Look, there she is running around on the pond for you. So that's why we had so last night we had another really good night at the lounge. I mean, we had intended to stay for the fight, but the show didn't start till 6 p.m. our time. And then first gloves didn't fly until like 6:40. And then there were 30, 45 minutes in between each bout. And boy, they weren't that great. So we all bailed. I bailed by 7:30 and came home and watched it here. But just do a quick video. I'm just going to put a quick post in here. It looks a lot like last Friday, but it just was really fun.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, that's not why.
Yeah.
This is why you shouldn't leave.
Getting soft to California.
Yeah, that's right.
Softer. Rather.
2 great Friday nights in a row. And there's Cooper. So as always, I'm smoking my Wyoming Meerschaum. Tastes a little different. Joy de Vivre. This comes to us from Scott and Hoosier Marshall. Pretty good. I'm not going to do a review of it today, but it comes as one giant crumble cake like a brownie. So you got to slice off slices, and then you just crumble the slices you slice off into a nice bowl. Crumble's great though. I'm starting to become a real fan of crumble cake. Definitely tastes the perique in it. On these cold, frozen winter days, I think I prefer the old dark fired side of the house, or a burly morning pipe, dark fired cherry, old dark fired ready rub. But I got sun on my shoulders, and I wanted to try this again, so I definitely am enjoying it again. That's joie de vivre, zest for life. It's interesting this time of year up here. A lot of people go home for the winter season. My neighborhood up here is down. I think there's 22 homes. There's probably people in like 4 right now. I'll come back in the dead of winter. I'll be here like say June 15th to March 1st. That is truly the dead center of winter here. A lot of people just can't handle it. It's not unusual to see minus 20. I've seen minus 38 here a few times. I have Sasha on the leash here because we got my guy's here to plow the driveway. He's got a giant bucket loader, front loader that he uses, and I don't want her to get run over. So she's playing tug of war with the leash. Anyway, go home plan is we'll leave Monday morning, 5 a.m. Denver and I are in the same time zone, so it's a 7-hour drive. Should be at his house by noon. So I get to have lunch in the afternoon, and then we'll go to a nice dinner. And then Tuesday morning, we'll get up and we'll take the dogs for a long walk and then have breakfast. And Sean's got to be at work by 9. So I'll leave Denver at 9 a.m. Tuesday morning. It's a 26-hour drive from Sean's house in Denver to my house in Maryland. And you having fun? Hmm? So I think I'll make a 26-hour run out of it because I'm going to be being chased by a pretty major winter storm coming down out of the north, and it's supposed to kind of hit Denver and then sweep across most of the Midwest. So literally Nebraska, Kansas, Iowa, Missouri. So I need to stay ahead of it. So I'll probably just make the 26-hour run, which adding 2 hours I lose on the clock for time zones. And then, come here, 8. Sorry about that. You factor in the 26-hour run and the 2 hours I lose to the time zone. It's 28 hours on the clock. So say 9 a.m. out of Denver and 1 p.m. into my house in Maryland. So that should be Tuesday morning to Wednesday afternoon. But that would put me home Wednesday afternoon and ahead of any of the storms. So that's sort of my thoughts right now. Now, of course, I have both Sasha and Ranger with me, which would be the first time we've ever done that. So that should be a bit of an adventure. Sasha goes into a bit of a hibernation mode on these long drives. Ranger, not so much. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, that's the plan for departing on Monday and getting home Wednesday afternoon. All right, well, the sun went behind the clouds. Temperature dropped, a little breeze kicked in. Man, I was frozen, so I had to come in here. We'll finish this up as a fireside chat without the fire today. It's crazy up here in high altitude. You know, with the when the sun's out, the solar energy is nice and warm. And as soon as the sun goes behind a cloud, man, it can drop 10, 20 degrees in 1 minute. So definitely forced me inside. Could have gotten the car hard on. Just don't feel like doing all that right now. There's Sasha doing her in her traditional video place. So she likes fireside chats from the couch. And she's had a pretty busy morning out chasing squirrels, keeping the property safe from the wild animals. And then we went for a long romp out on the creek. And she was running around while I was doing the earlier parts of the video. So think she's going to enjoy a little nap while we finish up here before we head downtown this afternoon. Warning political commentary now. And it makes Greg laugh when I make the announcement. But a lot of you have said, hey, I love what you say after that. You know, when I say, okay, here ends the tobacco portion and the Wyoming portion, a lot of that makes you laugh. So anyway, I'm going to make some political comments here. So if you don't like politics, this is a great point to jump off. This is a political warning, you know, whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, she liked that. So here's your warning. Politics comes from here. I should call it the Greg warning. Just because it's such a mislabel. You know, you've been warned. Hopefully the non-political people are gone. So I want to talk politics for a minute. So since my last video, I have 3 things I want to talk about. So John Thune, Republican out of South Dakota, was elected the Senate Majority Leader. So he will lead the Senate when the new Senate sits in January. I don't really consider that a good thing. I really do consider John Thune a rhino. He stated in many times in his official capacity as a senator that he thought Trump should be in jail by now. He has stated many times that he thinks Trump tried to start an insurrection on January 6th, and that he's the one that should be blamed for January 6th. And he's a self-declaimed anyone but Trumper. So I do think we are going to face some roadblocks based on if John Thune chooses to play his own agenda versus the agenda I think that the American people made clear they wanted a couple of weeks ago, but we'll see. But on a positive note, John Barrasso from Wyoming, by the way, Republican from Wyoming, was elected the Senate Majority Whip. So that is considered the number 2 leadership position in the Senate. And he gave a great couple speeches about, he believes that he believes that he understands what the American people have stated they want, and he believes the Senate needs to get behind it, and that he believes, although the Senate won't be a rubber stamp, he believes everybody should get a fair confirmation hearing, and that the legislative agenda priorities of President Trump need to be addressed by the Senate as soon as possible. And in fact, he's hoping to have the cabinet picks confirmed maybe even on the first day of the session. So I view that as a pretty good thing. I haven't heard John Thune speak too much, so I'm hoping that they're allowing Barrasso to speak for the leadership. And I do believe that is a pretty positive thing. So the last political thing I want to talk about is sort of augmenting or adding to my conversation about, can we be gracious in the win? And I just want to add to that, because what I didn't mean by that is that we shouldn't be proud, that we shouldn't be vocal, that that we should take the victory lap. I think we should do all those things. Greg put up the happy video, and I agree. I mean, I'm proud that we elected Trump as our president. I'm proud that the Republicans took the majority of the Senate, and I'm proud that the Republicans retained the majority of the House. So I think hopefully we can get some things done, and the party can remain united. I think we can be proud of that. I think we can celebrate that. I think we can tell people about it. I think we can talk to, in our videos and in our private lives, that we can speak proudly about the changes that we see coming. What I mean when I say, can we be gracious? What I hope we can do is stop. Ethan Parsimony's Piper made a great comment about the cycle of hate. And that's sort of what I was trying to get to, was I'm hoping we can stop with this victory this month, that we can stop and not say, well, we've been treated like shit for 4 years or more, and now it's our turn, so we're going to treat you guys like shit. I mean, I'm hoping we can not do that. I'm hoping we can avoid belittling their agenda, and what they've tried to do, even though I completely disagree with it, that's their agenda, and America's decided that's not the agenda for America. And I think hopefully we can talk like that, um, and try to break the cycle of hate and speak more about what we're proud of. We're proud of Trump's agenda, and what do you mean by that? I'm proud that we're going to secure our borders now. I'm proud that we're going to deport illegal immigrants and make them out of the country through the legal immigration process. So that it's not anti-immigrant, it's just anti-illegal that we support. In fact, we need immigration, but there's a process and a procedure to be followed, and that I'm proud that we are headed back towards that. I'm proud that we are going to head towards an America First mentality in our strategy and in our policies, that our economy is important, that we shouldn't be exporting our economy, and we should not be exporting our jobs, that if you're going to sell products in the United States, you should focus on prioritizing manufacturing them here in America. And yeah, there are labor costs that need to be associated with that, and that's another thing that needs to be addressed. Labor costs here in the U.S. are probably something that should be discussed, but we can say we're proud that we are focused on our economy. We're proud that we're going back to becoming energy independent as a nation. So I think we can speak positively about what we are proud of. We can speak positively about the changes we see coming. Proud of the specific things that we see coming back, that we are glad to see coming back. And we can do all of that without belittling the other side and throwing hate back upon them. Even though we kind of had to eat the shit burger for years, I don't think we should turn around and then serve it back to them. That's what I'm hoping. So again, I think we should be proud. I think we should be vocal. I think we should be celebrate it. And I think we should speak openly about what we're proud of and what we're glad to see. And I'm hoping we can do all that without casting a bunch of hate on the other side. That's what I meant. I love this dog. What a great companion animal she has become for me. All right, guys, I think we'll wrap it up. Leaving here is bittersweet, that's for sure. I'll be glad to get home to Anne Marie, and I'll be glad to see Sean here on Monday, and then he's flying home Friday, I believe, so I'm going to see him for 10 days. So at least the three of us will be together for 10 days around Thanksgiving. Lauren, for the second year row, has decided she just can't come home for really what is essentially a 3 or 4 day weekend. It's too much time. She's got too much to do. She graduates in April, and so she's in the middle of her senior thesis project, and it's killing her. So we respect that. And then the holidays and New Year's and all that, and then come back out here. So it's bittersweet, but anyway, guys, I guess that's it. I love talking to you. I love showing you my life, and I hope things are going good. I hope you're having a good Saturday. Hope you got a good weekend coming, and I'll try to get another video out tomorrow before we hit the road, because I don't know how much on the road, because this I'm going to do through the windshield, kind of like I did on the trip out here. There's really not much time, especially on a straight through no stop plan. So I don't record much when I'm with Sean, and my time is focused on him. And then the 26-hour straight through run really doesn't allow much time for recording. So anyway, try to get something out tomorrow, and if not, it's going to be Wednesday night, Thursday before I come back on. So guys, that's it. Talk to you later. Bye, everybody.